Ladies and gents, Six Figs here from YouTube. We are going to be starting this off with a live stream, folks. We're doing this live. We are not doing anything pre-recorded here. So, with that said, we are going to be covering internet computer, the charts, the news, kind of what's been going on within the ecosystem. First and foremost, I hope everyone had wonderful holidays, and I hope you guys all have a great new year. We've got some awesome things going down right now for the IC. Sentiment is at an all-time high, folks. Think about where the IC was this time last year. In a wreck. So with that said, I got the drone out today, little FPV thing, and I was ripping around, doing some acrobatics, things like that. Fun little drone, does about 95 miles an hour. The DJI FPV drone. But we had a ceiling today. We had a cloud ceiling of about 150 feet, so I couldn't really get way up in the clouds. So that is what it is. We got this banger of a tweet out of the lovely Crypto Wendy O. And really, folks, this is one of those things where I feel like the crypto market has just kind of forgotten about. And really, this is an open letter from Cameron Winklevoss, who is one of the Winklevoss twins. And they're like crypto, Bitcoin billionaires, yada, yada, yada. This letter is really pitched to Genesis. And 47 days ago, Genesis halted withdrawals. And really, there's 340,000 people impacted by Genesis right now. I think that at this point, and you guys can pause this or whatever to read this, or just hop on over to Crypto Wendy's Twitter handle, and you'll see this. But with that said, I think that the longer Genesis is stalling, the more likely it is that they are insolvent and that we will see another crypto collapse, another exchange collapse. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. But just so this is on your radar, this could be happening. We could see another round, folks, of crypto exchanges really starting to crumble. We got a tweet out of Blockchain Boy. Not going to lie, I think by the end of 2023, ICP will have the strongest community on Twitter with an ecosystem to match. Now, folks, think about this, and we're going to talk about something here in just a second. When it comes down to ICP surviving all the mass FUD campaigns, surviving all the hate, it's incredible that they were still able to just keep moving forward. They knew what they had. They knew what they were building. And so I do agree with Blockchain Boy. There's a strong possibility of ICP becoming something other than just an altcoin, right? It could become more like a blue chip. People used to refer to Solana as a blue chip token, right? So that would be interesting to see. Big shout out to all 5 people that are in here. I truly appreciate you guys being in here. I dropped a little poll here the other day. I thought this would be kind of fun. I always like to kind of see what people are thinking because, I'm thinking one thing and I want to know what the community is thinking as well. What price will ICP reach in 2023? The majority of people, almost half, said $1 to $25. And I thought that was interesting. But a quarter of the people also said $25 to $50. Hey, I'll take it. Right now, ICP is trading at about $4, right? So when we start thinking what it's going to take to get to $50, well, it's about a 12, 13x, somewhere in there. Not unheard of in the crypto world, right? So I'm digging this. Few people are super bullish, $100 to $150. So that's pretty sweet. We did get a tweet out of Dominic. 2023, the world computer will deliver trustless multi-chain Web3 DeFi using chain key chain key cryptography, folks. Full decentralized Web3 services controlled, configured, and updated by DAOs using the SNS mass market Web3, 100% on-chain, no cloud, folks. And this is very important because a lot of these projects, a lot of these chains out there are running like a very small part of their blockchain, whatever, actually on-chain. Like they're storing all their files, stuff like that, in all these other crazy Web 2 services. Looks like we got ICP Millionaire in the house. That scrolling ticker is badass. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. It took me forever to find a widget that I could kind of like manipulate and have the coins I wanted on the widget. So you'll see ICP. And another one I like, another project I like is CKB. Nervous Network. Make sure you guys check out Neurotic Podcast. They dropped a banger of a tweet the other day. I think you guys should all be listening to these two guys. Really, Jesse and Kyle, they've got some great insight. And it's not just like news and stuff, but they go into like technical details of like the blockchain, statistics, things like that. So big shout out to these two guys. Man, they just throwing it down. So visit them. One other thing, folks, before we start diving off into the TA, things like that, we had a tweet out of Mad Max. Active developers per chain. Looks like we've got Ethereum, Internet Computer, Cosmos, Solana, Avalanche. A few of these, Cardano, a few of these colors are very similar. But, yeah, we all know who's out front, as usual. It's the Internet Computer, folks. With that said, well, actually, Internet Computer is right here. But it's pretty much out front. And I would suspect that the IC is higher than Ethereum, with that said. So, I mean, let's just look at, let's look at the crypto coin rankings. And ICP has been really fighting for this 34th place. You guys can see there's only about $20 million worth of market cap that separates IC from VeChain. Another maybe $42 million worth to get to Algo. But it is what it is, folks. It's looking good. ICP is holding its own at rank number 35, and I've seen it as low as 33. So people are getting bullish, folks. They just are. And I think a lot of people have been sick of this bear market. You guys have to understand that we've been in this bear market now for over an entire year. And so I'm hoping that the worst of the worst is open, folks, or is over. But it is, I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, man, who's not loving the charts today? Everything's green. I'm trying to find ICP here. Let me know if you guys can see it. Here it is. We're up 2.6% on the day, 8% on the week. This is awesome. Trading at $4.16. Let's take a quick peek at the charts and just see what's going on with ICP. Bear with me 1 second. You guys can see I've been watching Tesla. I've been watching all sorts of other projects as well, but we'll just bring up ICP. And here it is. And we're going to start off here at a super high level. You guys know me. I use the Ichimoku Cloud. I use Heiken Ashi candlesticks. And I want to point something out. So here is where FTX manipulated the IC. It actually, the price started off down here 2 hours before the launch. They pumped it to oblivion. Launch happened, and then the price just kind of fell out. When I look at projects in price action, specifically on like the daily and the weekly charts, one thing that I'm looking for is that we can crest above this Ichimoku cloud. And it looks like IC has only broken above this cloud twice in its entire history. So typically what happens is once you break above these Ichimoku clouds, you are in this bullish territory, right? You are really setting up for a bullish maneuver. Right now, on the daily, I mean, this really is just this classic bull flag. We are getting spinning tops. So the bulls and bears are fighting quite nicely here. And we are seeing another thing that it always makes me bullish is this red line here. This is called the conversion line, folks. And this blue line is called the baseline. In Ichimoku cloud trading, whenever we start to see this red line start to kind of tick up and cross over this blue baseline, we get some really nice price action. And here's an example of it right here. And what's going on here that has me bullish is that the ICP has maneuvered price above this 50 moving average. So we are holding this 50 moving average right now. I do suspect that there is a chance that the price action could break through this thinner part of the Ichimoku cloud. This is what we want to happen, and I personally want to see price come and test this 200 moving average. It might happen rapidly, and we may see some sort of a fallback here. But let's just go ahead here. I want to throw up a little bit of Fibonacci extensions and just kind of see what's going on. Okay. So when we throw up some Fibonacci extensions, we'd have to assume that the price would kind of move up like this. And this 200 moving average might come right down and meet this 161.8. I'll move the screen over. This 200 moving average might come right down, and the price action might meet the 200 right around the 161.8. That's my guess here. So I do think that there is this great opportunity for the IC token to really maybe make one of these types of Elliott wave theory impulse moves to the upside. I think that it could be until the end of the month. Next month that we see something like this happen, if it does. Now, getting back to earlier in this live stream, there's certainly a lot of things still going on within the crypto markets. We're seeing a lot of these exchanges just treading water. And I just have this gut feeling like we're going to see some big issues or something like that with Genesis. Just check Crypto Wendy's tweet. It's like lays it out perfectly. So folks, I think we're going to just go ahead here and wrap it up. Thank you all for being here today. And I hope you guys all have a beautiful day wherever you're at in the world. We'll drop some more ICP content a little later on down the road. Oh, by the way, for those of you guys that are still here, check my Twitter handle. I'm going to be dropping a bunch of graphics that will show you common patterns to be looking out for as you're trading. More of a cheat sheet than anything. So I'll be dropping that here in a little bit. So we'll see you guys all on the next video.